scrape it up, and then if you want, you can make it up. Take it up, drop it back down so you shake it up. Scrape it up, and then if you want, you can make it up. Take it up, drop it back down so you shake it up. I'm always first, that's crazy. My future never been hazy. I'm gonna pop it till I drop, cause I ain't dropping Miss Daisy. I'm always first, that's crazy. My future never been hazy. I got a boast, I move like a ghost. Give them that Patrick Swayze's. All of them lost, they knew the cost. I chase them down, I'm the boss. Up in the circle, hitting that purple. If that don't work, maybe a purple. Madison High, that is the spot where I get paid every raise. Sign on my checks with a big X, then get up out of my space. I'm always first, that's crazy. My future never been hazy. All of my shit, always legit, it's just what my mama gave me. I'm always first, that's crazy. My future never been hazy. Call it a win, once I begin, I'ma do it for my baby. Running back, watch out cause I'm on the attack. Passing by, it's easy, I'm not gonna lie. Running back, watch out cause I'm on the attack. Passing by, it's easy, I'm not gonna lie. I'm always first, it's crazy. My future never been hazy. I am the one, hot like the sun, winning the races that pay me. I'm always first, it's crazy. My future never been hazy. Hitting the throttle, popping the bottle, pour it on top of like gravy. It's never a cap, winning the snap, and no one got nothing to say. I'm in every place, taking every race, nobody can get in my way. Tapping the brake, first to the take, I never knew how to die. Give all the rest, all of my best, all of it takes running dry. I'm always first, it's crazy. My future never been hazy. You think you know how this will go, don't be so goddamn hasty. I'm always first, it's crazy. My future never been hazy. I'll see you there, blood in the air, victory's gonna be tasty. Crazy. My future never been hazy. I'm always first, it's crazy. My future never been hazy. I'm always first, it's crazy. My future never been hazy. I'm always first, it's crazy. My future never been hazy. I'm always first, it's crazy. My future never been hazy.
Need reliable electrical solutions you can count on? The UES group of companies has got you covered. From electrical installations and repairs through to all your compliance and tagging requirements, United Electrical and United Essential Solutions are here to help. Whether it's commercial electrical projects or home renovations, United Electrical can help make it happen. Need to secure your investment with an automatic gate? We can be there from the start of manufacturing right through to the final installation. We even offer excavation services to reduce the need to employ multiple trades. Need to get your electrical equipment tagged to meet compliance? Our United Essential Solutions team are here to help. Appliance tagging, emergency lighting, switchboard inspections, building compliance? Look no further than United Essential. UES Group is 100% Australian owned and operated. We pride ourselves on our customer service and commitment. Visit uestas.com.au or call 1-300-122-598 to learn more. Or find us on Facebook and Instagram.
You think you've got what it takes?
Ladies and gentlemen, ready for countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get through this thing called life. Electric word life.
is some of the greatest stuff I've ever heard. Ooh.
These go to 11.
If you love the thrill of racing but hate the risks, then buckle up. Everything Simulated is here to merge adrenaline with absolute safety. In a world where technology meets adrenaline, Everything Simulated is revolutionizing driver training with state-of-the-art simulators. From truck training to the thrill of motorsports, our simulators offer the most realistic experiences across all automotive applications. Gone are the days of endless bookwork and basic drills. Now it's all about hands-on, pulse-pounding action that prepares you for the real deal. Whether you're maneuvering a heavy mining vehicle or racing a high-speed car, our simulators, equipped with cutting-edge technology from leaders like SimRigs and TrackRacer, bring every nuance of the drive to life. And talk about making a mark. We're not just building simulators, we're fostering talent. From grassroots motorsports to professional series like the Aussie Outlaw GT3, sponsored by us, Everything Simulated is fueling dreams and careers. Ready to feel the excitement of the racetrack under your fingertips? Connect with us, and let's build your next simulator adventure together. Remember, we support those who support us. Join the Everything Simulated family, and let's race towards the future.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
Hello and welcome everyone here tonight at Michigan International Speedway. Man, oh man, what a night we are in store for on this crisp, cold January afternoon. I'm up here in the booth and we are here in the SSRL Appalachian Chillbilly Truck Series with my lead analyst, Wesley Fuge. How you doing tonight, Wesley?
I'm doing good. I mean, I know we both had some long days over the weekend participating in the iRacing 24 hours, you as a driver, me as a spotter. But you know what? That's about 2 days behind us, so we're doing good today. Doing good.
Yeah, the iRacing 24. My first time competing in the event, I got a podium, so I was pretty happy for it. And it's one of the, actually, I had probably the most fun I've had in a long time in iRacing. So I would recommend it for anyone next year. I believe it's over, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it's over. Yeah. And going for any of those other endurance races, it was a blast. So if you got a good group of guys, I would recommend it. But now, that's not the topic for tonight, Wesley. Tonight's topic is here at Michigan. Let's take a look at the point standings. I mean, at the top of the order, it's kind of untouchable with Michael Tucker, but for P2 on back, there's more of a battle there.
Yeah, Holloman and Prohl, we've seen them kind of constantly up in the top 5. And then Sailors has been making his way in as well. So it's starting to get close up for second on back, best of the rest, but Tucker's kind of flown away with it.
Yeah, Tucker at the moment has flown away. We just haven't seen the bad luck really get Tucker yet. I mean, I'm sure he'll get some, but man, he's going to need a lot to give up 188-point lead. We've seen Blair Holloman's had a lot of bad luck this year, and he's still P2 in the standings. So the bad luck's kind of avoided Tucker, but don't count this. There's still a long ways to go in this season, Wesley.
Yeah, several races, and who knows what can happen. Tucker can finally get a bad streak started, and then it's just everybody catches up to him.
It happens so fast here in such a close series, but I think we need to look at the keys to the race tonight at Michigan International Speedway. I think you have some interesting facts about tonight's race.
Yeah, it's Michigan, but it's not the current version of Michigan. This is the 09 version of it, so it's a little bit older. Big thing here, momentum and clean air rule everything. This is something we've seen with the real life cars. This track is momentum dependent. If you're just a little bit hesitant on getting on the throttle, you got a long back stretch and front stretch that can just make you drop several positions. Clean air, on the other hand, I mean, guaranteed. That's just a given with almost anything above an intermediate. You get your nose chopped off, not even like inches in front of you, but maybe even a foot or two in front of you. Your car can snap loose, it can get tight and drift you up to the wall. So it's just going to be really important with keeping up your momentum and staying in some clean air and out of the dirty.
Yeah, without a doubt, Wesley. And another thing, with old 09 Michigan, this place chews up the right front. It chews up tires, so tire management is paramount tonight. You have to keep your truck good and balanced, fast still, obviously. Cannot overdrive it too much, or you're going to lead to massive fall off in tonight's race. Long run speed will beat the short run aggression tonight, so we'll see how that affects the race in this evening at Michigan.
Finally, another thing that we always like to touch on just a little bit, fuel mileage. Who knows what it's going to be like? If you're able to stretch it, you might be able to knock out a pit stop compared to everything else. So saving that little bit of extra fuel over the runs, just sit behind in the draft when you can, run partial throttle the best you can really save you some time on pit road. And as always, cautions completely flip the script. You don't know what is going to happen.
Yeah, cautions are always the outlier. I could tell you exactly what to do strategically wise if there was not a single caution or I knew when they came out. I could put this race to the T. But when they come out, the randomness, the strategy, that is what we all love. And it's going to throw a curveball for all of these drivers tonight. But I think we need to make our race picks real quick. I forgot about that. But my race pick is James Mullins for tonight's race in Michigan. I mean, he's just on a hot streak. I have to pick James Mullins.
Yeah, 4 wins in a row. That's not a bad pick. Meanwhile, with me, mine kind of went off of Kobe's pick, but I went with my little brother Connor Fuge in the 19 car, the Crab Island car. So a little bit of crab rave going on. Kobe, who you got?
Boys, I'll keep it quick because we're about to go to grid, but my pick tonight was Connor Fuge. Sorry, brother, but you're getting the producer's curse tonight. Back to you, boys.
Well, thank you, Kobe, for giving the Fuge brothers the commentator's curse. I'm sure they'll be happy about it and in tonight's race. But here we go. Looks like our behind-the-scenes guy Kobe just mentioned. We're going to be gridding up and seeing the grids for tonight's race. Looking at the starting grid, Michael Tucker on pole. Just talking about him and the season he's had. James Morris to his outside in second. James Mullins, my pick to win in third. Dakota Ramsell in the fourth spot. Look back at row number 3, excuse me. Kyle Westwood and Colton Gardner back in row 4. Tyler Cheney in the 7th spot. Such a good run last week. Heartbreaker for the 54. Jared Hayes starts in 8th. JP Jones with a top 10 start. Really good for him. And Christopher Fuge in the top 10. Oh my. James Staples starts 11th. Jacob Barker in the 12th spot. And we look back here at 13th and 14th. Brian Alphin and Adam Patet. Back in 15th, Hunter Hughes. Tyler Rouse in 16th. 17th, David Salter. Sean Black in the 01 was involved in everything it seemed last week, not of his doing. Blair Holloman in 19th. Garrett Steets in 20th.
Starting off 21st, we're going to have Drew Prohl with Connor Fuge, my little brother, to his outside 22nd. 23rd, we're going to have Nick Jazbowski, Noah Walters in 24th to his outside. Row 13, Jordan Sailors and Art Nicotera, starting 25th, 26th. Back to row 14, Joseph DuPont and Robert Lewis. Row 15, we've got Tommy Lark and Heath Snyder. And going back to row 16, starting at the very end of the field, Andrew Nagy.
So 32 trucks for tonight's race at the old version of Michigan. I've actually never raced here in the old version of the track, so I've actually have no experience of this racetrack. I don't know if you do, Wesley, but I'm sure, just like the newer version of Michigan, we are in for a treat tonight. With Tucker, Morris, oh my, sorry.
I'll tell you what, I just bought the track maybe about 15 minutes ago, so I have no experience here whatsoever.
Well, I'm sure we might have to drive it if the race tonight is what we saw last week at Pocono, some hard battling, some exciting moments. Michael Tucker had a drive and a half from his speeding penalty last week. He's hoping to right the ship this week. He starts on pole with Morris on his outside. Who gets the victory tonight in the Irish Hills? SSRL Appalachian Chillbilly Truck Series in Michigan is going to go green in the Irish Hills. Tucker leads them to the restart. Green flag in the air. Even lane launch for both lanes. Really good launch from the outside lane.
Yeah, those front two rows kind of nose to tail there. Though Tucker probably going to clear here off a second. He does, slides up and holds the lead.
I think Morris let him slide up there. Good early move as they're all chaos in the back of the pack, in middle of the pack, almost 3 wide. They all keep it safe so far. 1 lap of 90 as we come around here off of corner number 4. Look at there. Is that Connor Fuge up there in the high lane, Wesley?
No, that's the older brother. That's Chris in the 49.
My apologies. Oh, Chris is up here, and he started, I believe, in 10th, right? I mean, he has made his way up to 6th. Good restart for the 49 truck. Make that 5th as he looks to the outside of James Mullins to get further inside the top 5 early.
Yeah, issue there, though. Running that high side, it's probably going to wear out a lot more tires. He wants to stay low the best he can to preserve them. So now he's going to peek to the inside of the 60.
But
not going to happen there.
Sword. Another double-edged sword. Sorry to cut you off there for a second. But track position. Oh my! Colton Gardner with a moment in the Mario car right behind him. Had to take avoiding action. I can't tell who that is. That's Kyle Westwood.
Mario.
Kyle Westwood in the Mario machine. Looking good. Up into the top 10, up to 9th. Is there 3 wide further up there with Cheney. And Chris Fuge in the middle there. Oh man, that is tight racing here. The 49 to the outside of Mullins. Mullins dropping back a little bit, but I'm sure he's doing that on purpose. He's going to save them tires, Wesley.
Yeah, as we mentioned with the 3 keys to the race, tire wear is going to be important. Best way to do that is typically running just the bottom, because the more you're throttled up on the outside, the more that right rear is going to wear, and the looser and looser you're going to be over the long runs.
At very few tracks does the top save tire better than the bottom of the racetrack. Tyler Rouse and Tyler Cheney have made their way both inside the top 5. Rouse had a good finish last week. Tyler Cheney did not, but had a great run. Cheney now gets by Tyler Rouse on the bottom. Now looks on Dakota Ramsell, who also had an amazing run last week at Pocono Raceway. Rouse continues to work the top. Ooh, about made contact with the 49 as they about banged doors. 3 wide off of 4.
And meanwhile, as we're seeing this great action here, like you said, 3 wide. That's a fight for 5th. Tucker's kind of scurried away. No one's able to run quite right there with that number 8 Cash App Chevy Silverado.
And we're going to have to see, though, Wesley, if that 8 truck is saving the right amount of tire, right? It was how high the tire wear is tonight. Oh, there's a little contact there, I believe, with Rouse and Mullins. No harm, no foul. But that could have been a lot of harm and a lot of foul if things were a little bit tighter and a little bit closer. They all keep it straight, though. Rouse continues to work the top. The 96 truck is all over the place. Slide jobs in front of Colton Gardner. Oh, my. That is tight off of 4.
Extremely tight, and now Gardner's going to be all on his back just pushing him. Hey, you want to make this slide job, you better get going, as he's 3 wide. 68 poking his nose in there.
Yeah, street split at middle. That's an aggressive move. The 96 of Patet also made an aggressive move off of 4. Some 2 aggressive drivers back here for 10th and 11th place. And man, Colton Gardner, I don't think was happy about that move off of 4. I don't think he was too pleased about that little slide job pulled on him.
I don't think he is, as we got another 3 wide moment here. Just a lot of these trucks running kind of comfortably. Whoa, little wiggle out of Barker. Or is that Barker? No. Yes, that was Barker.
It might be
and
Barker.
It allowed JP Jones to get to his inside.
Yeah, JP Jones started in 9th, had a great qualifying effort. Dropped back a little bit here in the 21 car. There's the 0-1 of Block to his outside as well, along with Barker. Kind of just getting the freight train pulled on him. Maybe he's hoping to save some tires here on the bottom, but you don't want to lose too much track position. It is important. I feel like he's lost too much. As like you said a minute ago, Wesley, Tucker is pulling away.
He's got a nice, healthy lead right here. Morris, though, he's not falling too far back. It's about half a second gap to the second place truck. So he's keeping him honest. If the 8 truck makes a mistake, that 08's going to be right there on him.
Oh, Tyler Cheney, I don't know if you saw that. He's having a big moment. The 81's already getting loose in the right rear, excuse me. Oh, contact, outside wall, Tyler Rouse. He has not made that right rear happy. I'm sure it is screaming. And that is really early in the run for seeing that kind of movement out of the rear of the truck. Now look at it. It is dancing around there, Wesley. That is not good.
No, it's nothing you want to see it. Again, a wiggle right there, almost on exit. Chris gonna come to his inside. He doesn't want to be to the outside of the 81 off of a turn, or else that's almost you getting squeezed up into the wall.
The 81 needs to settle down here. He needs to stop running the top. He needs to calm down, just settle into the pace. Otherwise, he's going to continue to make this problem worse. And that wasn't too bad through that corner. Whoa, Chris
back in the wall for Chris.
Way up the track. Yeah, I think the dirty air, like you mentioned in the pre-race, cut his nose off there, and it shot up the racetrack. The 96 of Patet's going to take advantage. He'll look up to 7th. Looking on 6th for Rouse. Some pretty great hard racing. Whoa, and Patet off of exit. Had to take avoiding action. I think of a loose Tyler Cheney. He'll get to the inside, but the momentum is killed from the 96. They're all stacked up behind this trio, actually. All wondering, you guys need to figure this out. They're holding all of us up back here. Oh, Hunter Hughes with a moment off of 2. JP Jones all the way on the bottom with a slight moment. This is the action part of the track.
Yeah, this has allowed the top 5 to kind of scurry away as these 3 trucks are kind of slipping and sliding everywhere.
Hunter Hughes ripping the boards on the top side of the racetrack. He's trying to make his way forward tonight. Up inside the top 10 for the first time. Just outside of it, not too far back. It's just up the road is the first car in the top 10. Or actually make that Kyle Westwood. Streets is up to 9th. As they're 3 wide, as I think I just heard my dad yelling touchdown, so I'm assuming IU just scored. the back straightaway here at Michigan. It's starting to get a bit more calm as Michigan gets, Wesley.
As calm as these trucks get, I mean, we've seen them be aggressive race in, race out in the last couple of weeks.
I'm sorry, that was tight with Streets and Tyler Rouse, as Rouse has fallen back to 8th. I'm not happy if I'm Tyler Rouse. Might have burnt that up a little too much. As he works it here now on the bottom of the racetrack. Christopher Fuge on the outside now. He looks to be losing the handle of the truck as well. It seems like everyone's losing the handle of the truck. As we mentioned, Michael Tucker may be pulling away. Well, it looks like Morris might be letting that gap kind of stabilize. Maybe coming back into him a little bit. It was at 6 cents or a second or so, and it's kind of back to 5 or 4 as that blue truck is walking the dog off of exit of the corner. I can't quite tell who that is, but that thing was so loose. Down the front straightaway, the car streamed by.
Yes, I want to say that was Connor. It was Connor.
Oh, it is Connor. Yeah, I couldn't quite see the door number there. Silver door number. I all tripped up. Whoa! Connor got kind of squeezed from 82 of Jensick. Or Jezbowski, excuse me. And that was almost big off of corner exit. Connor lifted wisely. That was the wise decision there.
It's the best way to stay out of the wall, but it kills momentum down the straights, though it didn't hurt him too much.
Now a crossover move on Blair Holloman as Tyler Cheney up inside the podium now. Man, he has been on it these last few weeks. I'm not sure if he just absolutely loves these big 2-mile ovals, Wesley, or what. I know you guys are good friends, but man, he has been so fast.
I'll tell you something. He said, I do not like it here during all the practices that I've heard. He's not been happy with his truck, but apparently he might have found something now.
I think he found something, or maybe he was telling a little white lie, because this truck looks really good, and we're at that point of the run where if you burnt the stuff up, I mean, you're going to go backwards. He got a lot of spots off of track position there, and he's gone forward, and he stabilizes. They've caught Michael Tucker for the race lead. Here comes Morris on the inside. Battle for the lead on lap 15. Took a minute, but the Cash App Machine Silverado has lost the handle. Morris out front, off of corner number 2. He leads lap 15. And it's kind of a 5-6 truck breakaway. 7 actually with Streets. That's a good second back to Kyle Westwood as, man, Michael Tucker is really loose. Whoa! And Cheney gets really loose. Contact with Mullins. Everyone behind Morris is absolutely all over the place. Here comes Dakota Ramsel. You might get them both. He does. Wow. That's all from the just loss of momentum off of corner exit. Ramsel takes advantage of the big draft. Ooh, a lot of dirty air on the front end of Tyler Cheney's machine. Mullins here trying to get back up into third. Dakota Ramsel. He's going to dive it off into the corner. Sorry to cut you off there, Wesley.
You're completely fine, but diving it off to the corner, I don't think he's going to do anything. Ramsel's going to have great momentum off the top.
Now he's going to have help from Cheney? Oh, maybe not.
Oh,
good
tight
job.
squeeze.
Yeah, good job getting in there before that gap closed. I'll go right back to the bottom in 1 and 2. As Michael Tucker is kind of now stabilized that really loose truck. Maybe the dirty air is actually helping the handle a little bit. Getting it a little more straight off exit. Sometimes, whoa, there's a lot of movement at the back of the pack that keep making me think they're going to wreck towards the inside wall. These trucks are just so loose. They're only 17 laps into a run. All these guys are ripping the top side of the racetrack. Talked about tire saving. I've not seen really any trucks run the bottom.
No, I don't think there's any thought of saving. I think everybody's saying go.
Yeah, but you kind of have to. But I mean, JP Jones early, I mean, he's the one that I saw on the bottom of the racetrack, and he's actually made his way back forward inside the top 15. So maybe the bottom lane and the patient strategy is the right way to go. There's Blair Holloman. He's up another spot. He's Snyder moving forward now, finally, off of a poor qualifying effort. And the 69 of Hayes actually 32nd on the field after starting inside the top 10.
Yeah, he had to drive through to serve. So did the 28 of Salter. So they lost a lot of time having to serve that due to incident points. They're hoping for a caution just to get back into it.
Yeah, they go a lap down. It's going to be really hard. I mean, not only to get a good finish, but to actually compete, right? I mean, they have to go a lot. They have to get the free pass. They have to fight each other for that. And they have to hope for the yellow, hope you're the free pass, get through the traffic, and maybe you eke out a top 15. So they want one now. Whoa, I think I saw Connor back there about wrecking off of 2. As it looked really, really loose in that blue truck back there in the 19. It was definitely him. That thing was all over the place. Man, Blair Holloman really loose off the corner exit. Second in points, we mentioned. Not a great start to the night for the 32 truck. And now he's going to lose 1, make it 2 spots to Alphin and Connor. Right behind them is JP Jones looking here for 14th on him. Blair Holloman looking backwards.
Oh, that was trippy. But yeah, it's just everybody's been different levels of aggression, different areas of what their line is. So it's almost like a whole seesaw effect. You're seeing cars come forward on those whenever they're hard charging, but as their tires wear, you're just going to see them slowly drop back. As for those that saved early on, they're slowly coming to the front.
Yeah, a lot of those guys that saved the tire are going to go forward because, I mean, everyone else is just absolutely abusing them. You saw that with the 8 of Tucker, who's actually now moved down to 3rd. So Michael Tucker down to 3rd. Morris is still the race leader. James Mullins is in 2nd in the 60 car. Danny and Ramsel, the top 5. As you see the rest of the top 10 here scoring pylon to the left. As there's just still a battle back here for the 14th, 13th place positions. And 12th.
Someone way loose, far down the racetrack in the background there off of 2.
I think we're going to see a lot more of that with how this run is going. Do you know how long, Wesley? Maybe you could tell us how long this stick can last on the fuel window?
I wish I could, but I have no idea on the fuel length.
I'm going to assume 30 or something laps if I had to guess. And it's actually, here we go.
There we go.
25 to 30. Yeah. There we go. I was pretty close. So we're actually getting close to green flag pit stops here. I'd be really actually elated to see some green flag pit stops after really not seeing, I don't think we saw any last week at Pocono. So really good to see green flag racing here tonight. As
moment from streets there.
Ramsel
waving the tail out.
Man, that thing was sideways through 3 and 4. He keeps it straight, but my oh my, I thought he was coming around. Starting to snake down the front straightaway. Cheney now looking on Tucker. Tucker continues to fall. Streets, I believe that is. Yeah, that's Streets to the outside. Lark just in front of him in the Clemson car. Is there 3 wide back here? Well, they were for a second.
Just a very small split second. Snyder all the way on the bottom. Good to see him come rallying to the front. We've talked about it almost all season with him. Had a really bad luck all throughout so far.
Oh, yeah, he's had horrendous luck. But he's up to 13th. Gonna go a little bit more forward as Cheney continues to try to pass the 8 of Tucker. He's not making it easy. I think if Cheney can get by Tucker, he can run the lap times of Morris and Mullins. Just got to get by that 8 truck, the fellow Cash App machine. Ooh, might get there, not quite. Tucker closed the door off of 2. Is there still a battle back here for 5th with Larkin Streets? Whoa!
Way down the track.
Can't tell who that is off the racetrack. I believe that's Hunter Hughes. Yeah, Hunter Hughes. That's his Twitch machine. Yeah, that was almost a wrecked race car for Hunter Hughes. Whoa, I see some smoke in front of him. Wouldn't be shocked there's more almost spinning out off that corner exit. Saw a puff of smoke, maybe not a lot. I'm sure it was one of these nice fellers up here. I think this is going to be a race of, you know, Wesley, the driver talent's going to matter a lot here. This track's slick. It wears out the tire. You're going to see the best of the best come up to the front tonight.
I completely agree with you. It's all about who can save these slides, as almost everybody is doing it. I don't think we've seen a perfectly stable car all race yet.
Oh no, I don't think there's a single car out there that looks perfectly stable. I mean, they all look on the edge. Even when they're saving, they look on the edges. Blair Holloman, I think, has really used up the right rear. Snyder continues to look for 12th as Holloman's hanging on for dear life to stay in 12th. Snyder continues to work on him. Around the middle of the racetrack, trying to diamond it off of exit. Holloman gasses it up off corner exit, and he'll hold that position, at least for now. They'll stay side by side. That's a big evasive move, not get side drafted there.
Yeah, and Michigan, we've talked about the dirty air. Well, guess what? It's also, even though it's not a super speedway, it is still a high draft track just due to how long it is.
Clear.
So any type of little draft can help you. And Snyder now pulling right up in front of Holloman.
We talked about that. Mullins pulled right to the back bumper of Morris there for the race lead, and now lost a little bit in 1 and 2. I'm assuming there's a big moment with some dirty air like you were just mentioning, because Morris was like a 10th ahead. Look at them here on the scoring pylon. 7/100ths of a second battle for the race lead up front. High is Morris, low is Mullins. Larkin third now in the 04 truck, side by side, deep in the run here at Michigan.
Deep in the run, right at the edge of fuel window estimated. So this is going to be very interesting. Can he get the lead before he has to come down? Are they going to come down together, and who makes less mistakes?
Yeah, no mistakes on pit road for Morse or Mullins or Lark back there, who's now charging. He's the hard charger in the Clemson car, up to P3, and he's trying to track down the leaders as Mullins takes the race lead. Lap 28. It took him a minute to get here. Now, does he pit? It looks like he might. They're on the bottom of the racetrack. No, they're going to keep it going. And lap 28 will belong to James Mullins in the 60 machine. I'm looking at that 04 truck though, Wesley. That thing is fast. It got passed by passed Tucker, and Tyler Cheney, and those two were going at it forever for third.
They were. So Lark just, his name is Lark, but really, man, it should be Lurk, because just he sits there and he waits and he waits and he waits until he sees his moment, and then he snags it. So great moves by him to get up into third, just looking at the two Jameses in front of him going at it.
Yeah, and he's gaining a little bit of time here. He's cut it down to 1.2. Not a big amount of time, back to 1.3. He's kind of just hovering around there. He's a little quicker probably this lap, but either way, he's in contention, and with how high the tire wear is, no mistakes. Yeah, he's a little marginally quicker than Mullins that lap, about 100th of a second. But hey, I mean, 100th of a second, 100th of a second. As he works through 1 and 2. We're at the edge of the estimated fuel window we got on there. I don't know if we saw any takers that time by.
I don't think we did. If they're really going to come into pit road, they're going to hug it nice and tight here on exit, but no, they're going to go again.
Whoa! I saw Morris back in, squeal out off of corner exit. I don't see any pit stops here, so interesting case to not see any pit stops yet.
I've got a couple drivers signaling in, so I think we're about to see it start.
Yeah, cycle starts. The 24 of Staples starts it, along with Brian Alphin as
right in front of
well.
him.
Yeah, Brian Alphin as well, right in front of him in the 83 truck. Pulls it down pit road for they're going to be the first ones to bite tonight. That Arc Raiders paint scheme for James Staples, looking good in the 24. Here, that's a popular game here recently, Wesley. I've not had the chance to play it, but it looks fun.
I haven't played it, I haven't seen it, so I can't tell you exactly, but I'll tell you what, that little retro scheme, I do like it.
I do like the retro scheme. It always does look good when we see the retro cars and schemes out there on the racetrack. James Mullins, though, starting to throw it back to retro style driving as he's absolutely flying away deep into the run, starting to, kind of pull away on everyone aside from Lark back there in the 04 truck, who's actually gaining on him here. Slowly but surely, it puts it to 1.9 now. See how that is off of exit if he can keep the momentum. Seems like the exit for the 60 is where he's got him. We're going to start getting the draft as the 04 off of Morris. That'll help him close into the race leader. Tyler Cheney trying to hold off Michael Tucker further back for the 4th spot. So we're just kind of in a waiting game here, Wesley, to see who bites first to come down pit road.
And I would not be surprised if it's somewhere back there. Whoa, Tucker real loose off a 2, manages to save it.
My phone's ringtone is on. That was that sound. Race cars, but nonetheless, I didn't actually even see the Michael Tucker incident. I'll believe it. This 8 truck, man. I mean, you saw it in the middle of the run, Wesley. This truck just swung loose on him. He's gotten it under control, but now he might have hurt the tires again and made them all angry, as the 96 of Patet has made his way quietly up to 6, and now he looks for a top 5 position on the racetrack.
And as I was saying before that moment, I would not be surprised if it's back here Tyler Cheney, Michael Tucker, Adam Patet, or anybody in this lower half of the top 10 comes in before Mullins, Morris, and Lark to try and get a little bit of fresh tire advantage just in that short run to slowly gain time.
I would agree with that sentiment. If I'm the 04 of Lark, and you're probably better in the long run, it looks like, than Mullins and Morris. I mean, not a lot here, but if you pit later by even a lap, you're going to be a lot better. So I think, I mean, yeah, the time you're going to lose is going to be a lot, but I mean, you're probably not going to lose too many spots. He's down to under a second now there, entering the corner. He's going to lose a bit here, and I think he'll get it all back on exit. But that 04 Lark, if I'm him, I want to be either the first down pit road or the last down pit road of these 3. I'm assuming we have to make 2 pit stops tonight. The halfway point would be lap 45. I don't believe these trucks can make it to that. I don't think so. Be highly unlikely, in my opinion. As look at that 04, man. That is such good center roll speed compared to the 08 of Morris, who was so good middle of the run. And he's still slowly but surely is eking into Mullins' time. A little less than he is to Morris right now. The Purple Rims 04 looks to the inside off of 2.
As this is going on, like I called, Tucker the first one of that top 10 to bite.
Yeah, really
a lot more with them.
Michael Tucker not good on the long run tonight, at least it seems so. He's going to be on the let's go get it with fresh tires strategy tonight. Hope that this race can turn into kind of a caution fest like last week's affair. But so far, looking like a clean and green affair. Not playing into the strengths of the 8 truck. Colton Gardner as well. He's had a solid run so far tonight, inside and around the top 10. Dakota Ramsel, I think, lost a little bit of track position there to the 40 truck. There's Kyle Westwood.
And everybody's starting to come.
The 04 Lark. Lark down pit road.
Lark's in. I think Morris is in as well. Could be wrong there, or Petit just got around him. So everybody's coming down for their pit stops now.
He's 5 seconds back. That seems a lot. As he was only like a second back. Maybe James had a big moment. I don't see him on pit road. Oh, Mullins around! Oh, and it's fully around. That's going to kill James Mullins' race. If this race stays green, that is going to be a huge hindrance. Let's watch the replay here. Getting on and off pit road. Every second matters. And just came in with a little bit too much speed. I thought he had it saved there to straighten it out. Let go of the brakes a little too early. He's gassing it up, and man, no speeding penalties or anything, but all the track position and time is going to be a costly one there, Wesley.
It is, and he had a lovely gap as well, so it's going to be interesting to see where this blend is. That's one thing I always love about green flag stops is the blend out.
There's the 96. That was back half of the top 10. And he's one of the middle ground guys to come down pit road, so he's going to be buried in the traffic, I think, is the 16 Mullins.
Yeah, and look here, Tucker, he's going to inherit the lead coming down pit road first as well. Colton Gardner up to 3rd.
Look at the pit lane time, a whole second and 2/10 better than Lark. So really good job on pit road from Michael Tucker. I mean, Lark actually really conservative. I say a bad pit stop. 15:38. That's a poor pit stop from the pit crew, I think, tonight. You're going to ask them to do better the next time around. But Lark is not too far behind the 8 of Tucker. Colton Gardner is in 3rd. One of the early cars to bite on pit road. Tyler Cheney looking on 3rd for him. Into turn 1. Actually, no. He's going to have to hold off Dakota Ramsel into turn 1. And he'll do so. such an interesting. And actually, Mullins didn't lose out as much as I thought he would. Still in the 9th spot, but he's 8 seconds back from Tucker. If this goes green, I don't see him making that up.
That's going to be a massive climb, and Morris as well. He's stuck back there just in front of Mullins.
Yeah, bad cycle for Morris as well, as we did see him fall back, what, 5 seconds from Mullins before the cycle, and I don't think he came down pit road yet. I think he had a mistake on the racetrack or something, because he just lost a ton of time, or was way too conservative on pit road.
I think it's just something happened on track, because he came down the same lap. You saw them pit in together and come out together.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but that's a lot of time lost. Luckily for him, Mullins spun out, so it wasn't too bad. But the 04 Lark is already caught Michael Tucker with a slightly better tire advantage. 3/10 behind, better long run truck. Is Cheney looking here for the podium? Goes all the way to the bottom of the racetrack. Trying to cut every bit of that racetrack's width down. Tyler Cheney now into turn 1. Working it on the inside. Tyler would love to hear it clear. This time off of 2. I don't think he'll quite hear it. Oh, he's going to hear it whether he wants it or not.
Colton with the wiggle.
Wow, Cheney's like, I'm taking this now or we're wrecking. And I don't mind that. It's time to go. And good move. Tyler Cheney up to P3. Now Dakota Ramsell can do the same little battle with Colton Gardner that the Cash App 54 Toyota just did. And out front, Michael Tucker continues to lead over the 04 Clemson machine of Lark. He's right on the back bumper of the 8 truck. Batet and Street 6th and 7th, their own little tandem back there. Morris and Mullins, maybe the 2 best trucks on the racetrack, or some of the best trucks, sit 8th and 9th. And they're going to be battling for the back half of the top 10 right now. I know they're gaining time on Michael Tucker, but they are not going to be gaining time on the 04 Lark on the long run. I don't see it.
Right there with you. I don't see it. So that little incident from both of them, not exactly sure what happened to Morris on track, but we saw the Mullins spin. That's going to cost him a lot, possibly the win.
Oh, wow. That was tight.
Right to the back of Morris.
Here's another thing. If these two actually fight each other, I don't know, they might be working together. If they fight each other, they're going to lose even more time. I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're too smart race car drivers to fight each other. Pushing each other would be to their advantage. They're actually got it down to a 6.9 second gap, so they're doing a good job. It's when they get to the traffic that's the issue. If it was just the gap, Wesley, it'd be one thing, but it's the traffic in between of Streets, Batet, Ramsell, Colton Gardner, and Tyler Cheney is going to be a tough one to pass. Lark and Michael Tucker, I mean, it's just so much to get back to the lead. I don't think these two are working together.
Yeah, I was about to say, you were talking about them working together possibly, but this right here, not showing it. Then we've got another battle behind them for the final place in the top 10. Kyle Westwood versus Blair Holloman.
Blair Holloman, yeah, good job. It looked like he was fading there. It looked like he kept it going good. Good pit cycle. Just outside the top 10 and 11. It's a good job from Blair Holloman, the 32 truck. Just maximizing days is what he's done so well this year. It's actually Jacob Barker 2 laps down in the 5 truck. So an issue most likely on pit road for the 5. If I had to assume. That's unfortunate for him. Early on here tonight, as we should be getting pretty close to lap traffic up front. I would assume halfway in this race. Actually, yeah, this next time by will be halfway complete. And you see the lap traffic up the road with the white version of the Cash App machine out there on the racetrack. The black version with Tyler Cheney back there in third. He's actually running down this front duo.
I think Lark, like I said, he's kind of just lurking there. He's waiting patiently.
And he wants to wait 5-10 laps, then he can just absolutely attack while everyone else is just destroying their tires. And looky here, Tucker already walking the dog. Starting to already see that symptom of the looseness in the right rear. Traffic's going to start to play a role. The 69 of Hayes is not going to want to go a lap down. He knows how important it is, and he's going to at least try to hold them up from going to the next car who sits in 30th, as Jacob Barker's now 4 down. I think he's out of this race. If I had to guess, he continues to lose laps on the racetrack. A little bit up the road there, you see the other cars. And way back there, the back half of the back straightaway, you see Mullins and Morris. 6 seconds doesn't sound like a lot, Wesley, but here at racetrack is here we go. Lark to the inside. 04 Lark to the bottom of the racetrack, looking for the race lead here. This time by, it's going to go to the 04. Can he complete the pass in 1 and 2?
Gotta hold that bottom, send it in, wrap it nice and tight. Tucker's gonna back off and let him have it.
That's a good job. Tucker knows. I mean, he doesn't have the tire. Came in a little earlier. The 04 came in a little early as well. Not too much early, but probably a lap or two earlier than the 60 and the 08 did of Bullens and Morris. But either way, a tire advantage and a better truck, I'd say, for the 04 Lark. And now he's gonna wrap the bottom as Michael Tucker is trying to follow him through here. And Tyler Cheney has now cut that about 2.7 gap down to a 1.7 gap. And Colton Gardner is fighting for his life.
I was about to say, in doing so, he's kind of left that 4-car battle behind him. Where, as you said, Colton Gardner defending for his life for that 4th place.
He's been going at it with those guys for a minute back here. They've kind of calmed down for, at least at the moment, but don't worry, they'll spice it back up again soon. As Mullins and Morris continue to at least peek outside, peek inside. Not really working together like they think they should be.
I think they are working together, and they're just slowly using each other as some... Whoa, Morris walking it there on entry.
And Mullins walking it on exit.
I think they're trading positions about who's pushing and who's not, so...
That's a good point.
Kind of like a DRS swap if you do in Formula One, where the faster car gets a massive slingshot and then carries the speed to the car behind.
Mullins is starting to... Man, Mullins is loose in 1 and 2. Morris had to take evasive action, thinking he was going to spin out. Mullins starting to get the loose symptom, maybe trying to rebound and drive that car a little bit more than he usually would after the mistake. I think he also knows the 04 is the leader now. There's no traffic in between him. He's got to push here if he wants to have any shot. Even if the yellow comes out, Wesley, I mean, he's still buried in track position. Back here in 8th is not good. One bad launch from the row ahead or anything like that. I mean, just one tiny thing goes wrong on the restart, you're back 4 or 5 spots. Whoa! As he's got another thing go wrong off the exit of 2 for the 2nd lap coming. Man, that thing is on edge.
Yeah, that's how you can tell these guys have been pushing to close that gap. Coming off pit road, it was around 8 seconds, a little north of it. Cutting it down to around 5.5, 5.7.
Yeah,
now, with all that pushing, though, their trucks rather, ain't happy, so they're back to losing some time.
They're going to struggle. Now, here's this question from me, Wesley, to you. Do you go all the way to the end of your fuel run here, to the absolute end, or do you come in a little bit earlier, say about halfway through your fuel run, so you can take advantage of the tires here? Because you have to pit again. Oh my gosh, Mullins off of 2 has just been absolutely insane. But the question there remains, like, do you come in and actually try to use the tires, hope the caution doesn't come out? I believe there's 3 sets tonight in the pits, so I think you have plenty of sets to do that. Whoa, Mullins in the wall. Man, he is pushing out hard. This is so uncharacteristic. And now they are bleeding time to the leader.
Now to go back to what you were asking there, Gage, run your tank till it's empty. That's what I would do. That's the way I've kind of ran races before.
Gosh.
Run it till you're empty. That way you're prepared in case there are green-white checkers. Instead of having to gate, just save if a caution does fly. It lets you know you're safe till the end, guaranteed, no matter what happens. Then also, you got fresher tires compared to those that had to come in early.
I 100% agree with you there. It's just, you know, if it goes green, it could be the quicker strategy, but it's all up in the air, right? It's all up in the air, and I think these 2 trucks, I mean, Mullins has just used that tire way too much. Morris finally got around him and said, man, you're just holding me up too much. I gotta go. And you see it there. Morris flying by and paddle back here with Connor Fuge. Or excuse me, Christopher Fuge.
That's Chris.
Fuge. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Chris Sailors and Hughes. Chris running the SMR shop sponsor right there. Sailors, beautiful Halo scheme, and then Hunter in the Twitch mobile.
Whoa, car back there in front of Jazbowski was sideways off of 2. 2 seems to be the trouble spot. I think more than 3 and 4. Everyone just keeps walking the dog or the turkey, whatever you want to call it, off these corners exit. And look at Chris, man. He is on the ragged edge. He's doing a pretty good job.
I'll tell you, that's not the first time I've seen him put a car sideways and make it work.
That's a pretty good job. Inside the top 15, about 18 seconds off the race lead, about another 8 back from the top 10. But a good run tonight. He's probably hoping for a few trucks to go a lap down, maybe a late race yellow to get some chaos. Some things to go his way. He could end up with the top 5, top 10. Oh, car
Whoa,
around. I think that's
down.
Tyler Rouse, I think, down the bound, excuse me, down and around. Keeps it straight somehow in the 81. I believe that's Tyler Rouse. Quite sure who it was. I think that was Tyler Rouse, though. He is bleeding time on the scoring pylon. And it looked like his car.
It definitely was, and I think he kept it off the inside wall, which is more important.
Oh, yeah. I thought he was just destroyed. I thought he was spinning off the wall. Let's take a look at it here. Wow. Okay. Off corner exit. Wow. I don't know how he's not wrecked. Great job keeping that thing straight. Great job not gassing it up too much in the bumps down there. Good job from Tyler Rouse to save the car. Now, obviously, wrecking the car almost wasn't in the plan, but well, something else. I mean, this lap traffic is giving Lark some trouble.
Yeah, he's got Tucker all over him. Meanwhile, Colton Gardner right there, he's gone back into 3rd. Tyler Cheney's fallen back to 5th.
Wow.
Maybe used up his tires too much trying to get to this 04 and 8.
It's interesting because Cheney had fresher tires than Colton Gardner, I believe. Colton was one of the first 3 drivers to make his way down pit road as they cannot get by Jared Hayes.
No, that's just the momentum he gets off the top, and Hayes doesn't have to give up the position. He's allowed to fight for staying on the lead lap.
And the lucky dog.
That as well. Lark, I think, might get him this time off of 2. No, the 69's still right there.
Lark is saying, get out of my way, man, please. He wants it so bad as they're 3 wide almost back there. I think they are 3 wide back there for the 4th position and 3rd as the battle for the race leads heated up. Here's Sailors back here. There's this battle, 4-car battle for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Cheney now back to 6th. Streaks up inside the top 3. Patet inside the top 4. Man, this race is all over the place. Comers and goers.
Yeah, look at that as well. Look who's coming. It's Morris. He's gone around Ramsdale in 8th. So now he's approaching this little 4-car pack here, hoping they keep battling.
Doing a really good job is Morris keeping his head cool after whatever happened on the pit cycle. Mullins has not kept the head cooler. I mean, he's right back there with him, but he's burnt the tire way too much up. At least compared to the 08 of Morris, excuse me. Mullins just seems to lack a bit more pace, or the same amount of pace that the 08 has right now. As they actually finally got by Jared Hayes. Now they look to get by Noah Walters, as Noah Walters and Jared Hayes are going to battle for the free pass and the lucky dog.
And Walters, he just kind of stepped to the side and said, I don't want a part of that.
He saw how Jared Hayes was racing the leader, and he's like, I don't want to race for that. I'll just hope for a few yellows later to get that back. Robert Lewis lapped down as well in the 14 truck. As Lark has not pulled away like I thought he would on Tucker. Whoa, Tucker!
Oh, that little snap might help him a little bit. There's another one.
Yeah, it's going to hurt the momentum and going to hurt that right rear tire. Going to heat it up again. Look in the in-car view. What the driver sees in the race car. Race truck, as they would say. Getting real close to real-life truck racing coming back here in just about a month or so. Right now, watching the man who owns this series, Michael Tucker, trying to work on the 04 of Lark. With about to be 30 to go this time by. Remember, though, Wesley, Lark didn't come in to be the fast car until late in the run. About 5 or 10 laps left in the run. So, might not seen the best out of this 04 truck quite yet.
I'm sorry, I just got an update to a question we had earlier about Jacob Barker.
Oh, okay.
One of the drivers for the SMR team that took place in the 24, he's still got a little bit of a hangover his shoulders were killing him. He's not making it all the way through the night.
Oh. That is an interesting thing. Well, those hangovers will do that to you. I tell you what. Not that I drink, but, you know.
Not that he was drinking. It's hangover as in the injury to his shoulder still persisting.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. Hopefully he gets better. Injuries are never what you want to see in any facet of life, and that's unfortunate for him. Hopefully he gets better. Prayers out to him. That does suck for Jacob Barker.
What was your question, though, Gage? I heard something about the 04.
I completely forgot. I'm not going to lie. Whoa, Tucker. As the 04 disappears. No, Lark. Oh, he's back. Okay. What? Scared me. I thought Tucker spun out, and I thought Lark disappeared. That would be Patet races. Patet's actually moved up to third. Cheney back to fourth. Back there for third. They've been hovering about this 4-second gap, just going all over the place. We're in the fuel window,
we've
Wesley.
Got a car on pit road.
Yep, coming early.
Street came in.
I don't mind that from Streets. I mean, what do you have to lose? Be the first one. Maybe you get everyone else to come with you, and you're just the guy who comes first. And it's just a battle for the race lead now. On the racetrack and on pit road if it goes green. I don't mind that call from Streets. Running about in the 6th position. I don't mind that. Good aggressive pit call. I don't think it'll hurt him any either. I think he'll stay in the top 10 solidly. Those guys are just so spread apart. Unless, of course, the caution comes out.
Yes, that is always the big word, the caution. Is it going to come? When's it going to come? And I'll tell you what, in the middle of a green flag stop is the worst time for it to come out.
I've
Just
had it
because
happen
the
to
fact
me,
some people have pit. Oh, sorry. Some people have pit, some are still out as there's smoke down the backstretch.
A lot of smoke down the backstretch. It looked like someone was spinning. And it looks okay. Oh, Dakota was... Oh, Sailor's around. And the Halo 5 truck had some sort of issue, and that's going to kill Jordan Sailor's race. Let's take a look at it as we're getting reported. Dakota was actually the first down pit road. Dakota Ramsel, so that's interesting to see from the 03 truck. Oh!
Connor loose off a 2 and side swipes the 88 of Sailors.
Oh, yeah, damaged too a little bit. That sucks for Sailors. We just thought about pulling it to the wall there. No caution either. That's unfortunate. One of these, when you get these older tracks here, like the old legacy tracks, sometimes the cautions are funky. And unfortunately for the 88 of Sailors, they are funky. So he's gonna have his night basically ruined. There's Patet, the man who was in 3rd place, comes down pit road, so he bites early. This is interesting, Wesley. I love this. Everyone's
going to be interesting on the blend, though. He's going to go a lap down here. Larkin, Tucker easily put him, so just kind of riding Lark, I think. Tucker, though.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, massive wiggle on the exit of 2. Lark, I feel like he's probably got a couple laps, can go to around 72, I'd say.
Oh, yeah, they can probably go, I think, around lap 80 if you went all the way to the last few guys of Mullen. Was Mullen's last, whatever the last few guys were that came down pit road, they can probably go to around lap 80. I don't know about they can go to lap 80. But later in the 70s. But, man, Lark has not pulled away like I thought he would on the 8 of Michael Tucker.
No, and Tucker's actually given a massive bump there into turns 1 and 2. Oh, Lark, he handles it well, keeps the car underneath him.
He actually gained a little bit of time from that bump, so he won't be too opposed to that bump. Actually put 2 tenths and a few truck lengths in between the two. You see Dakota Ramsel back there, the first car down pit road, and then it was Street, so he's a lap down. He needs to get back on the lead lap, so if the caution does come out, he can have the track position as JP Jones about to go a lap down. Ramsel with a big run, Streets with a big run, all those drivers trying to get by the leader and the lap truck.
And Patet's right there again. Wow. Tucker giving a massive shove to the 04 into the turn.
I love that from Patet. He had a really good cycle. Those guys pit a lap or a few laps earlier than him. And Patet's right there with him. So that's a really good cycle for the 96 truck. As here's Michael Tucker looking inside for the race lead. Nothing doing there. He's gonna hold patient. Lark, Tucker continue to battle up front. Cheney a distant 5.5 back, along with Morris, who's actually right on the bumper of the 54. Here comes the battle, though. Tucker with a run off of 4, side by side of the line. Lark got it, I think, but Tucker with the momentum into turn 1. This is big here, Wesley. Lark does not want to give up the race lead.
No, he doesn't. Cheney now, he's on pit road, gives third over to Morris. Mullins up to 4th. Snyder in 5th.
11
so
seconds
it's just
back,
kind of
though.
D2. Nice, healthy gap to the guy back in 3rd, like it was when Cheney originally came on. So how long are they going to go?
They can afford to stay out a bit longer. I mean, some of these guys are going to pass them by now. Streets, Ramsel are definitely going to be ahead. You know, they're going to definitely be buried in a little bit of traffic, because there's the 54 Cheney, along with the lap car JP Jones off of pit road. And man, Cheney gassed her up there to get every bit of time he can. He's a far cry back. Whoa, Tucker again with the moments off of 2. Man, I'm just waiting for that thing to go actual sideways. He's done such a good job keeping it under him. Now, if you're Lark, do you bite early this time? Again, like last time, got you the race lead. You guys are so, they seem really even. It's really even. I mean, it's a long time.
I think at this point, I think it's safe to call it a 2-horse race.
Oh, yeah.
But out of the 2, which one takes it, I'm not able to tell you.
It's a 2-horse race if they don't fight amongst themselves too much, Wesley, and bleed too much time. If they do that, even when coming off pit road, they will not catch these guys who are running out here with fresh tires. I don't think they'll have time. That's why I'm saying if they go too long on their fuel run here, they might not have enough time to catch the leaders and fight amongst themselves. So I think Michael Tucker's
into the pits, I think.
Yeah, Tucker down. Lark follows.
Here comes go for Lark.
I love that from Lark. Good job to follow him. That's a great job. Make him maybe miss his marks. You can be a bit more aggressive on the brakes behind a truck. 04 down his pit stall at the back of the field. You gotta hope that Tucker doesn't have any.
He stays out.
I like that from Mullins. Doesn't have anything to lose after his last time down pit road. Maybe a little bit scared. Maybe he's hoping for the lucky yellow to get his race going right. Big pit stop. Remember the 04 didn't have a good stop last time, Wesley, with the pit crew.
No, and it's just going to be all about this blend here. Streets, he's got about a 10th or so on Patet, and then Ramsdell's right there with him as well. How's it going to come off of the pits?
That's huge here. How it all cycles. Cheney, I think, will actually still be behind Michael Tucker, even with coming a few laps earlier. Oh, maybe not. It's going to be really tight. He might not have him, will Tyler Cheney, unfortunately for him. So I'm on the scoring pylon, but it's going to be a big gap to these guys up here, and they do have a big tire advantage, like 5 to 10 laps. But if I'm Patet, I need to get by Streets now, because once the 04 and 8 get up here, it's going to be really hard to fend them off.
And question is, when's Mullins going to come down to 2? Is he going to be hoping for a caution? But even at that point, I don't think it's gonna matter. He's gonna be way back in traffic if everybody else stays out after they just completed their pit stops.
Well, 14 laps, or 14 cars on the lead lap. So if the caution comes out right now, the best tires can, a few others will come down pit road as well. I'm sure these guys will if they have another set on the wall. Whoa, Streets in the middle of the corner. Big moment. New race leader, the 96 of Patet. Rouse with a big run as a lap car. Trying to get by all these guys.
And Mullins actually in pit road. So yes, Patet takes the lead. Streets in second, Ramsdell third. Lurk, he's only 2.6 seconds behind these 3 up front.
So he's got 16 laps to hold the lead. Rouse gets to his outside. That's not what he needed. He needed Rouse to go to the inside. That's going to bring Streets back to the battle for the race lead. Patet is not probably happy with Tyler Rouse. Gets back to the outside quarter panel. Draws him back, but Streets, or excuse me, not Streets. Patet with a good corner in 3 and 4. Street's not so much.
That gonna fall in line behind the 81 of Rouse. Streets, like you said, not a very good corner for him, so no run developing. A little bit of kiss of the wall on the entry of 1 maybe. And these 3 are gonna keep it in line.
This might help the 96 a little bit with the draft from the 81. He does have a tire advantage, so it's not like he's gonna hinder him. As Tyler Cheney right there with those 3 trucks, or those 2 trucks back there, who looks so fast, about has the same amount of tire wear. He could be a factor in this if they get fighting amongst themselves. Coming back to 14 laps to go. Yeah, Cheney with a 3-lap disadvantage compared to a 7-lap for Patet. Yeah, about a 11-lap for Streets and 12 for Ramsel. He's going to be easy pickings as there he goes. Loses some spots. Ramsel already back to 5th. I'm sure he'll lose to Cheney as well. Yes, back to 6th. Goes to Dakota Ramsel. Hoping for a quick yellow after everything cycled was the 03. As Tyler Rouse trying to break the draft. Coming back this time. 14 to go. And these, Wesley, are the kind of finishes that are the most fun, I think, in all of racing. This drive of who can catch who with so little time left on the racetrack. Every mistake adds up when it's a green flag race. And with 14 to go, it all comes down to this.
Lark and Tucker now, they're around Streets up to 2nd and 3rd. Cheney's going to hope to follow him through, but the 68 parks it right in front of him.
It gets to the outside. Good move from Tyler Cheney. Really tight, almost into the wall. That was needed from Cheney if he wants any shot. As here we go. Patet trying to hold on to the race lead. Can't do anything.
Both cars, no, nothing. Both of them just shot 2. They're inside, clear before they're even off of 4. Tyler's going to drive it off of the corner, hope to get momentum.
That's a big run for Tyler Cheney. Excuse me.
Just don't catch him in a back spot. Put your truck where he's not going to go. That's to the inside.
Gotta clear him here if Tyler Cheney wants a shot at the race win. As here comes Lark and Tucker. Cheney clears for 3rd. Battle up front down the backstretch. Tucker on the inside. Lark on the outside. The preferred line as long as he can stay to the outside. He'll stay there. Not clear. When Tucker and Lark going at it, this will bring Tyler Cheney back into it.
And there's still lap traffic in front of these trucks as well. That can always play a role. Use it as a pick. Make sure you put whoever you're fighting behind them so that they kind of get stuck.
Clear for the race lead, Michael Tucker. Lark looking back inside. He'll be patient here. Cheney about a 2nd back from these 2. Like you said, this traffic's going to play a big role. Oh, it's not good for Tucker. Just parks it in his lane. It's going to kill his momentum.
Both of them come low to avoid the lap traffic there.
That's not good.
Tucker already rounded before entry. Lark, though, stuck on the inside for the entry.
Going to hurt the entrance a little bit. Nothing too bad there. This Tyler Rouse 81 truck's going to be a bit harder to pass. He has about equal tire. So he's going to be a bit harder of a pass to put a lap down. I'm sure he'd like to help his friend Tyler Cheney out a little bit. Well, I'm not sure how much he can help out.
But I'm not sure if he can help out when the leader just dives it right to the inside and gets around you.
Yeah, I mean, he went way up the racetrack, made it rather easy for Michael Tucker to get away with it here. 10 to go.
And even though Tyler and Tyler are friends, Rouse and Tucker are teammates, so not going to fight the teammate too hard when he's got the lead. Might hold up the 04, though.
That is true. Might hold up the 04. Hopefully he just stays out of it, though. We see some good racing to the end as Cheney all the way to the bottom of the racetrack past the lap truck. Morrison 5th. He might get Cheney before it's all said and done and snatch the 3rd place finish from him. Tucker cannot get by Alpha, and he did not want to give it up. Not as nice as his teammate was.
Rouse.
Wow. Good job there from Ramsel.
Or not Ramsdale, but Lark.
Oh, I was very confused.
I was too. I realized it was wrong as soon as I said it.
It's okay. I've said this wrong name a few times. It happened. As Brian Alpin has a big moment off of 2. Lark to the inside. And if your pick to win is right there in the 19. And I'm sure Lark is hoping he holds him up a little bit. And that's not going to happen. He'll get a bit bigger draft, though, with the 19 right in front of him. 8 laps to go.
I'm sorry, I'm just hearing over the radio the 19 called out to the 8. I'll cash app you $20 if you let me get my lap back.
Yeah, I mean, $20 is $20, so I mean, he can win the race with giving him the lap back. Michael Tucker can do it.
I'm not sure because Lark right there, he's still not too far away. He's within half a second. So you slow up just a tiny bit to let the 19 get back onto the lead lap, though. 4 is going to be right on you as well.
Here's the question here. I think he made some adjustments in the middle stint, because that truck was not where it needed to be. The 8 truck of Michael Tucker was not great on the first initial run. Was the leader. He dropped back outside the top 5. Then made some great strategy calls, some good job on the pit box. Lark looked like the best truck tonight. He just cannot get by the 19. It's really holding him up. There he finally gets it, but now DuPont is going to be in between them.
Yeah, and Tucker, he's just playing it smart, getting trucks in between him and whoever's behind him. Meanwhile, you called it earlier, Morse might get to Cheney before the end of the race.
That'd be heartbreaking for Cheney.
He's right there.
That would be heartbreaking for Cheney, looking for a podium. Still a good run, no less than the top 5, but he wants to be up here after the race to talk to you, his good buddy, and being up here in the podium just feels a lot better than a top 5. Lark clear of the traffic, no one in between them right now. It's a decent gap to the next lap car. And might catch them. Yeah, he might catch Chris before this all said and done. Might is the key word. 5 to go this time. And don't count out Lark. If the 8 slides the tire even a little bit, I haven't seen the 04 slide it once. He's been really good tonight. Lark will be there. And here he comes. Momentum coming. Good corner for the 04. 5 laps to go.
Takes it just within 0.4 of a second, entering 1. Gonna lose a little bit on entry, though. Now hoping for a better exit.
Really good exit. Tucker loose off of exit. This lap truck, though, I hope he gets out of the way of Christopher. But he doesn't need to get out of the way. I mean, he's fighting for the lead lap. Last car in the lead lap in 17th. Gets way high up the racetrack, though. He might actually get out of the way and let these leaders race. Coming back to 4 laps to go.
Tucker's pass clearly. Lark stuck behind.
I don't mind that, though. That's a big run, though. That's 2 trucks in between them. That's going to help the air a bit more. Down to 2/10 now, the gap. I'm sure Chris will get out of the way here. Yeah, he does. All the way up there, all the way to the top of the boards. Get out of the way of the race leaders. He's in the free pass, so if the caution comes out, he will get it. Michael Tucker walking the dog off of 2. Lark is there.
A little bit in the wall.
Lark contact with the wall. Tucker contact with the asphalt, sliding all over the place. Coming back to 3 to go. This is what we've been waiting for. All this anticipation, all this strategy, coming down to 3 laps. The 2 best cars on the racetrack are going at it.
And Tucker had a better exit there. Lark, though, he's still in the draft. So it's still hovering around 1/4 of a second going into 1.
And do you want to be the leader?
Just about a lane off.
Here's the question for you, Wesley. Is the leader at a disadvantage because of the draft? We've seen guys just not pull away as the race leader. Do you want to be on attack mode if you're Lark as he puts it down under 1/10 of a second? Or into 1/10 of a second. Goes to the inside for the clean air. Coming back to 2 to go. Last lap we could see the yellow. Lark, big wiggle off of 4. That might be all Michael Tucker needs. Oh, Michael Tucker. And Lark just knows he just did something so bad. Big gap. I don't think he can get back to him.
I'm not back about 8/10. He's going to hope that Michael takes a little bit of a wiggle as well. just to get him back
There's a lot
there.
of trucks.
Whoa, Tyler Cheney loose off of 2 way in the background.
Trying to hang on to third. Doesn't look like he'll do so. The 82 truck trying to hang on to the lead lap. Cheney's going to fall back, but it's all Michael Tucker. The fellow Cash App driver holds off a hard charge, but he has one more lap to do it. Lark cuts the gap back down to 5/10, gained 3/10 that time. Can he get there? I just don't think there's enough time. Through 1 and 2 for the final time tonight. Not a single caution or incident. Green flag running from start, coming to the finish. Battling back there, caution! Crash in the back!
Before.
Tyler Cheney, second week in a row. Tyler Cheney flipping. Back to the start finish line though. It's going to be career win or season winning. Number 4, Michael Tucker wins in the Irish Hills. And Tyler Cheney's bad luck, great speed is going to continue. Up and over, Tyler Cheney. Oh my gosh. That is just gut-wrenching. What happened here? Oh, the lap trucks.
Seems like it's themed that
Rouse
Tyler
and
Rouse
Alphen.
got loose
Yeah.
and then hit Alphen, and then Tyler just nowhere to go. Cheney, that is, nowhere to go.
That's something like so late in the race. We're battling for 19th. Oh, I'm so gutted for him. Nonetheless, Michael Tucker holds off the charge from Lark. Great job, Michael Tucker. Well-deserved race win. 4th on the season. And well, I think that points gap's going to be even bigger for Michael Tucker in the Cash App white Chevy Silverado. Great job from Michael Tucker. But man, I am gutted for Tyler Cheney, Wesley.
I'm right there with you. He was battling hard with Morris to keep a hold of third. And not just keep a hold of it, Morris actually got around him. He was trying to get back around the 08 to get into third. And then just the lap cars fighting, even though they're a lap down and there's leaders around them, they still have the right to race for their positions for points.
100%, but I mean, you know, it's the thought of, you know, these guys are leaders and you give them, obviously nothing intentional, just got loose and contact was made, and Tyler Cheney, unfortunately, is the bearer of the bad news. He's gonna end up with I think a 17th place finish, or however many cars are on the lead lap at the end there. That's unfortunate for Tyler Cheney. Let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break before we get in here and finish up the broadcast for tonight's race.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Welcome back, everyone. We just watched another great finish in the SSRL Appalachian Chillbilly Truck Series. Let's look at our unofficial results for tonight's race. Michael Tucker holds off, I think, a quicker and a late charging Tommy Lark. Tommy coming to the white flag. We're coming to 2 to go, actually. It's that outside wall, Wesley, and that's what did him in. And he ends up P2 tonight. Still a great run, but not what he was hoping for. James Morris in the 3rd spot. Adam Patet, 4th place. Good run for Patet. Colton Gardner, top 5. Great run for him. James Mullins after the spin on pit road, and he didn't really gain much there. He seems like he just faded off as the race went on. Garrett Street 7th. T. Snyder 8th. Dakota Ramsel in 9th. Blair Holloman in 10th. Back outside and now into the top 15. Hunter Hughes in 11th. Drew Prohl in 80th. Or not 80th, in 12th. Cody Hemingway in 13th. Quiet night from him. Kyle Westford 14th. And Tyler Cheney, who would get flipped around and pushed from some good Samaritans on the racetrack. Still top 15, but I mean 10 spots at least short of what he should have finished tonight. Nick Jazbowski in 16th, Christopher Fuge 17th, Connor Fuge in 18th, top 20 for the Fuge brothers. Joseph DuPont in 19th, Tyler Rouse in the top 20 final car.
Yeah, then going on to 21st, Brian Alphin. I mean, he's always just playing it safe. Sean Block 22nd, Salter. Good rebound, both him and Hayes, 23rd, 24th after they had to serve that drive-through on lap 1. Robert Lewis comes home 25th, 26th. Art Nicotera always in that 17, consistent finishes. Not always the best, but consistent. So if he can keep that, I mean, he might end up better in points than some of these guys that finished up in the top 15 and 10. 27th, JP Jones, and 28th, you got Noah Walters. 29th, Jordan Sailors with Nagney rounding out 30th. 31st, you have James Staples on the 24th, and 32nd, Jacob Barker. He retired due to an injury. And again, just get better, Jacob. We'll see you next week.
Hopefully Jacob gets better. That's unfortunate to hear with the injury. Nonetheless, we're going to get ahead and get our top 3 finishers for tonight's race up and in here into the booth. And talk to them, Wesley, if you're all down for that.
I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's get it. In 3rd place is Tommy. Yeah, wrong guy. It's okay.
Yep, there we go.
James, my man, do you got a copy?
Yes, sir. How are you?
I am doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. Doing very well.
Well, I mean, you did pretty well tonight. I mean, 3rd place tonight. You were one of the best trucks tonight. Let some laps early. Talk me through your race tonight and talk me through what you needed more to get up there with Michael and Tommy there at the end of the race.
Tell you true, what I needed was to not go long on that first run. That's what cost me the race. Going long on that first run. That's what cost me. But this truck was good. I mean, truck was really fast tonight. It was probably one of the best runs I've had in several weeks. But it was nice being back up there again, not just qualifying well, but finishing well. Finally getting that monkey off my back, because it's been a while since I've been up here. So it's nice to be able to get up here. Team worked really hard this week on getting these cars ready, running officials, testing, practice. Had a lot of information. We all did very well tonight, so I'm very, very happy with the outcome.
Yeah, y'all did really good tonight, my man. And you came, I mean, you're right, you qualified very well. It's been some bad luck. I think a lot of it has been with the finishes. But you come home in 3rd place tonight, and you were competitive. And we were wondering what happened to you, because like those guys were just gone, and we didn't think the undercut was that powerful.
Yeah, it was. Apparently, it was a lot. It's become to be a lot more powerful than we realized with the new aero package and update and everything. I was trying to set myself up for that last pit stop to be able to put a certain amount of fuel, make the adjustments so I can just go. And that's what I was trying to do. But man, I wish I would have pitted 1 lap sooner. 1 lap sooner. Was all the difference.
It might have really been. It was, you were only like 4 seconds back. You ate away at that time throughout the course of the final 2 stints, but just couldn't quite get there. Then obviously Tyler Cheney was flipping behind you in the last lap. It's such a clean race, and then poor Tyler goes airborne. The only car really wrecked out of the race, but all in all, a good night for you, my man. Another 3rd place, top 5 finish for you, and Wesley, you've got further more to add here for James. Solid top 5.
I mean, nothing much really. Like you said, we thought honestly going long on the runs was going to be better than what it was, or we thought it was going to be better than coming in early. But you said it kind of hurt more than it helped, just because that short pit and undercut helps with that fresh set of tires. While you're on old, just paid so much more.
Yes, it was probably at that point that they were pitting coming out, and they were running 39.9s, 40 flats, and we were running 40, anywhere from a 41.5 to a 41.8. So if you do that for a couple laps, that's 8 seconds. So that's a big difference.
That's
a big difference.
That's a really big difference. And then the thing is, the guy who's won, they went long in their final, like Michael and Tommy, they went long in their final one, but they had such a big gap to everyone else because everyone else was squabbling for 3rd back there. Then obviously they beat you on the first stint coming in early by those few laps. All in all, though, James, you had a great run tonight, and you come home P3, and honestly, if, like you said, a lap earlier, it might have been up there with Michael and Tommy. But before I let you go tonight, and this cold, crisp January Monday afternoon, all the sponsors and shout outs before I let you go.
Well, I want to thank Dave for putting me on this team. I really appreciate him for everything he's done for me. ESC, can't say enough of them. Tommy, Heath, Mullins, them guys are freaking awesome. I appreciate everything they've done. Turn One Designs, want to thank for awesome. For everything, and Trash Pandas, and I want to thank you guys.
Well, thank you, my man. I hope to see you up here next week when we come back for the next race. Always fun to talk to you. Always fun to see you up there and battling up for the front, my man. So I hope you have a great rest of your week, and God bless.
You too, guys. Y'all take care and have a good rest of your evening.
Thank you, my man. You have a great night.
You too, guys.
3rd place finisher. I draw a blank on his name. James Morris, 3rd place. Let's get Tommy Larkin here for P2. Tommy, my man, can you hear us?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Tommy, what a night you had tonight. You battled your way into the top 5. Then at the end of the run there, the first run, you battled your way to 3rd, and I thought you were the best truck looking there. And you were really good tonight. Led a lot of laps. What could have been? Talk me through your evening tonight. What more do you need for Michael Tucker?
Well, what I really needed was a better starting spot other than 29th. That first run was tough. I'm still sweating. But he was a little better than I was the last run, man. I was just getting a little bit loose with him behind me. He got around me, wasn't nothing I could do. I started gaining on him there a little bit the last couple laps and tried to run that low line of 3 and 4 and got real loose, and that was it. That was all she wrote.
Oh man, I thought you were gonna run him back down because you were charging, but you got in the wall. I think coming to 2 to go, and that was all she wrote. But I mean, you had a really good run. I didn't know you started 29th. I kind of forgot how deep you started in the field. That's an amazing run to come from 29th to 3rd the first run and then look good on the long run. How'd you do that?
Yeah, I really don't know, man. I guess I'm telling you where I was getting them at was the bottom in 3 and 4. I was running that bottom line in 3 and 4, and I was picking them off in 3 and 4 right there. 1 and 2, everybody was running high, so it was hard to pass. But I was on the bottom in 3 and 4. I could just roll the bottom right there and pick them off coming off the turn, and that's where I was better at.
Man, you were really good tonight, and man, I think you could have gotten to Michael Tucker. If it wasn't for the looseness coming to 2 to go, but really good run, Tommy, nonetheless. And Wesley, you got further to add for Tommy's 29th to 3rd in the first fuel stint, which is insane.
I mean, I've got nothing besides that. Like you said, Gage, I completely forgot how far back he came. So great run. And again, like you said, really just needed that better starting position to really give it to Tucker. But even without that starting position, driving through the field's always going to be impressive. And oh, so close until that small wiggle, which your truck seemed stable all night until that moment.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I got a little bit loose right there, and like you said, I did scrape the wall there with 2 to go. That kind of hurt me a little bit as well. I think that was part of getting loose. I slid up and hit the wall, crossing that seam. It was tough, man. But all in all, it was a real good run, and enjoyed the race, caution free. So that was a lot of fun.
The caution free is always fun to see, and all the strategies that all of you guys employed. And I was blast up here in the booth. I mean, last week was a lot of yellows and a different kind of strategy. This is the kind of strategy I love to watch. I know a lot of you guys love to drive when it's all. The track looked loose tonight. That's what it looked like from my standpoint and everyone up here. It looked like those cars were walking on eggshells out there.
I'm telling you, like I said, man, there wasn't a whole lot of people running the bottom in 3 and 4. If you go back and see that, that's kind of where I had some pretty good grip until that last couple laps, man. I was trying to throw it down there and it got loose crossing that seam one time. But I'm telling you, but in 1 and 2, it was tough because you couldn't get it all the way to the bottom. You get that first seam, you get a little loose coming off. So it was kind of tough.
Well, nonetheless, my man, you come home P2, and I really do think you were probably the best truck tonight, at least overall in the race. Nonetheless, you come home second. You know, all those shout-out sponsors before I let you go for the rest of your evening.
Yeah, I'd like to thank you guys for what you guys do. It's y'all do an awesome job. Thank my teammates Morris, Mullins, and Heath. All the practice we do with that, it paid off tonight. We had 4 cars in the top 8. So yeah, it's a shout out to all you guys, man. Thank you guys.
Well, thank you, my man. I hope to see you up here come next week, and I hope you have a great rest of your week, my man.
Thanks, fellas. Y'all take care.
You as well. Second place, Tommy Lark. And let's go ahead and get Michael Tucker for his long-awaited return to victory lane. Michael Tucker, your winner at Michigan. How are you feeling, my man?
I'm just happy I finally got another one. I mean, I've been looking for that fourth one since Phoenix.
Yeah, it's been coming, and I think it's been knocking on the door. You've deserved, I think, a few, but they've just kind of slipped through your grasp for one reason or another. But tonight, you put the field on notice. Talk me through your evening from start to finish. It looked like, or at least from our perspective, early in the run for the first stint, it didn't look like the truck was all that good. Was it the right adjustment or different way of driving the track or whatever it was? If you could enlighten us.
Man, I don't know what happened the first stint. I was just way too loose. Like after 20 laps, the thing just disintegrated the right rear, and we went nowhere. Back to 5th at least, but then we improved on it. I mean, right rear was stable. The last 2 stints, was actually happy I started on pole. This is the first time. It's amazing.
Starting on pole has got to be sometimes the best feeling. It's like, you know what? If I start falling back, I'm only gonna fall back to the back half of the top 10 at worst. So it's like the golden ticket sometimes to start on pole.
Yeah, with less passing opportunities than usual at this track, I was like, the only way they could pass me is if they rip the bottom and try to perform a slide job. But I just let those guys go. That wasn't the case.
Yeah, it seemed it was pretty hard to pass tonight, but it seemed like it was really slick tonight. Was that kind of the same in obviously your camp, the first run, but was it just kind of slick all night tonight?
Yeah, I would say it was, but it was not as slick as you would think. It's not like dirt track slick. It's manageable. I mean, you saw a ton of guys getting loose tonight. Some of it was left rear error grief. The rest was just their setup. So I would say it was good. it was not that slick dirt track.
More of a
It was-
setup thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I mean, some of those guys probably didn't hit the setup just as good. Well, nonetheless, my man, you come home with finally getting that 4th win of the season. I've been waiting for it. It's the week I don't pick you for the win, you win. I picked James. I should have picked you tonight, I guess, but nonetheless, you come home with the 4th win of the season, and you're going to extend that point lead to probably over like 200.
James was on a hot streak.
Yeah, I was like, I got to pick someone who's going to win me this. Because I got Scott Healy the first time, then he lost the win. And now I'm just losing everything. Because the guy I picked like last week keeps doing it.
Well, you cursed me last week, so I don't know.
No, I didn't do that, Michael. Come on.
Oh, he didn't curse you last week. It was back in Texas.
Oh, okay. Still
no one
cursed
picked you last week.
Yeah.
What did I pick last week?
You went with Morris.
Morris, yes. Morris qualified well. He had a good run tonight, but yeah. I'm sorry, Michael. That's my bad for Texas. I'll take responsibility for that one. But Wesley, if you got further to add on for Michael tonight.
Nothing much, really, Michael. It's good to see you back up here. As Gage said, we were all kind of waiting to see you back up here. We kind of missed you, at least. You've had you in the top 3 a little bit, but as the race winner, always good. And looking really good with that white Cash App compared to your brother in the 54.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to him. I went down the backstretch to see him upside down, so I hope my brother's okay.
He's probably okay. He's just probably really mad. Nonetheless, my man, you had a great run tonight, and before I let you go for the last bit of your talking, sponsors, shout outs, all that good stuff.
I'd like to thank LS Heather Esports TSC. They're great. Morris, Tommy, Mullins, all those guys. But my actual team in here also in Racing, Tyler Rouse, Drew Prohl. Wish we had Gary, but we don't. Those guys are amazing. Chesney Tucker Realty, my grandparents, my uncle, my mom and dad. Dave for putting this on. You guys for broadcasting. All the people watching.
Well, thank you, my man. I hope you enjoy the 4th win of the season and just continuing to kind of just wallop everyone in consistency in the points. You're going to be probably 200 clear now, and that gap's going to look insurmountable for everyone else. But I hope you have a great rest of your week, my man. Hope to see you up here next week.
You too.
Have a good one.
You too.
Thank you for all of our great partners. Obviously, me and Wesley up here in the booth. We try our best. I think sometimes we might say people's names wrong, but that's okay. It's all part of the fun, right? And of course, Dave, who puts on a great show every night tonight. I don't think Dave raced tonight, did he?
I don't think he did.
That's unfortunate. He's usually a contender at these kind of race tracks. And of course, Kobe for behind the scenes. Interested to come with a sponsor? You can contact that Gmail right there. Spartan Sim Racing League Media at gmail.com. Thank you for all of our great sponsors. Want to be a driver? There's your league ID right there, 3908 for Spartan Sim Racing League. And thank you for everyone for watching. I had a blast tonight, Wesley. It was a fun race.
I did too, and to go back to what you said about Tucker, I think he's going to be 200 points clear. Just shy. He's 198 ahead now.
So he gained like 10 points. Who's second now?
Morris.
James. See, James has had bad luck. But, Tucker has not had any. We're going to go to Indy, my home track of Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I love that racetrack. I don't know how it races in the truck, so I don't know if it's good or not, but I'm sure these guys will put on one heck of a show next week. Hope to see everyone there who is here tonight and many more. Wesley, I think we're in store for one heck of a good one at the most prestigious racetrack in the world.
I agree with you. The racing center of the world, as some might even call it, because it's dead smack in the middle of the U.S. 4 great 90-degree corners, not an oval, it's a rectangle. Let's have some fun.
I'm ready to have some fun on my home track next week. Hoping to see everyone battle at the Brickyard. Hope everyone meets us there next week. I hope everyone has a great rest of your chilly January, mid-January afternoon. peace out.